going. It's happening. It's happening. I've got messages going already all over the place.
It is. We're on, Esther.
Yeah,
we are
We're
live.
on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, mate. We've got a massive show today, mate. We've got a massive show. Who's on the show today,
JR, Jamie Reid. What's Australia's coming?
Twinkle Toes, Jamie Reid is on.
Twinkle Toes, Jamie Reid.
Who else have we got on? Right. Just Jamie.
Stay tuned. Cheers. Friday. Cheers. I just want to thank Carlton United Breweries for our zero alcohol beer.
I know. Non-alcoholic beer.
Looks like a beer, smells like a beer, but there's no alcohol in this beer. We're responsible sort of guys.
What looks like a beer, smells like a beer, and it's beer.
Could it taste like a beer?
Anyway.
How you been, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Haven't spoken to you in about a week.
I know. Now, they we always say how you go. We always say how you going, and we'll say, yeah, good. But I want to test something with you. Can I test something with you?
Test it.
Right. So test away. I want you to take a look at this collection of photos.
Mm-hmm.
And now, within those photos are different feelings and experiences, Claudio. If you were have to pick one of those to best demonstrate how you're feeling right now, what would it be?
I know, man, like that kebab. Is that a kebab? Yeah, man. Come back. You asked me. You're testing. This was not part of the rundown.
Oh man, I was just telling about the kebab. The kebab.
Oh.
Why the kebab? Yeah,
I don't know. Is that a kebab or is that a souvlaki?
I don't know. Why the kebab?
Oh, that was the first thing I seen.
You just drew your eyes to the kebab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. That's cool. It's late in the day, you know.
I know.
I reckon there's one of a couple of there's Kate Crosby and Emma from Morty. I feel a bit like that at the moment. My hair, man, I'm desperate for a haircut. It's out of control. Yeah. But anyway, man. Talking
about bad haircuts. What about that guy with the yellow top there? that was a bad haircut.
Which one's that one? Oh, that black. That's the blue card, mate. That's the blue card. Oh God. All right, so you're hungry. All right, so actually you got a blood test today, you told me. So you're probably gonna pass. Don't pass out again.
I know. Again.
Okay. All right, mate.
I know.
Jelly babies or jelly beans or whatever you need to have those.
So hey, we've got a big show, like we said it before the intro. How good was that intro, by the way?
Mate,
that is a good intro.
You've taken the 3-minute montage of Claudio Munoz and you've cut back down to 23 seconds. That must have been really hard culling.
I know, but it was just such a hard decision. I'll keep that one. But
I get to see that one. I get that one.
I'm in that one. I'm not in that one. We'll get that one out. Now you were saying, we've got a big show. We got JR on.
JR, man, he's a hard man to catch. He works fly in, fly out.
Fly in, fly out. Talking about fly in, fly out. We're gonna have to go and get him later on. So I hope he's.
We'll get him in a minute. Actually, that's a good. I better send him the let's call it the invitation for him to connect with us.
So you can come on. So he can be on the. We've got to put him on the green room. He's got to wait in the green room.
There's a couple of bourbons or a couple of. I think it's a Scotchman. But anyway,
He's a Scotchman.
Speaking of Scotchmen, Cookie last week.
I know.
Yeah,
it was good to have him on. Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
good feedback.
I know. Yeah. What type of feedback have you heard? I'm always getting feedback and stuff like that. Just saying, keep going, guys. You know, just keep talking about whatever you guys are talking about.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's the same. It was good to hear. It was good to hear that during the course of the week. A few ideas. So we said we wanted to get to 6 episodes. We said, imagine if. Right,
Stop putting a number. 6. Stop putting a number. Stop putting a number.
No, I know you're a bit nervous, but we've got the meeting on Monday lunchtime with the executive committee of Roller Hockey Australia to see if they're going to extend the series.
The series, we told them. I mean, we pitched it. We said, show about nothing.
Show about nothing, and and here we are. We've got a few more. We've got a few more people to meet, though. We've got a few more people to to talk to. So there's a lot going on now.
I've got people knocking, mate. I've got people knocking, wanting to come on the show.
I know.
The show that broke the internet.
I know. We're going up to Queensland. Want to hear what's going on? I spoke to Lyle briefly in Mackay. I said, mate, want to hear what's happening there. He's cool. We actually want to catch up with Hannah and Steve Capewell and these guys, sort of what's happening in their space with the recent changes. So that's what we're going to go into the Monday meeting with, to the executives of Roller Hockey Australia and pitch our next. Exactly
extension.
Right.
We need the extension.
Yeah. Anyway, what's been happening around the world of roller hockey? Have you seen any
ladies?
What's happening? The ladies European Championships.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So there's
I put a link up on RHA.
Yeah.
And they're great to watch, mate. They're bloody good.
Yeah. So we've got England, Spain, Portugal, France, and Italy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that'll be. I hope all of our aspiring Australian ladies roller hockey players are spending some time looking at that. It's good to sort of see the levels and compare and things like that. Actually, I saw a bit of highlight reel from England versus France. I think it was 4-2 in the end, but the English goalkeeper had a cracker of a save. One of those ones where they roll over on their back and they flip their legs up and they stop the ball. It was a cracker. It was really, really good. So
like the Reggie Turtle.
The old Reggie. It was good. It was good. Just hang on one tick, Claude.
Yeah.
Where is
what else? What other news have there been?
Well,
not much.
What else is news? Well, I think there's a bit of energy around. There's a bit of murmurings, a bit of energy around the whole World Roller Games.
Yeah.
12 months out. What's happening? Where are we going? Who's in charge? Who's doing what? So I know that everyone's hoping that gets sorted out in the next, sooner than later.
Yeah, but it's like 99% or 95% locked in.
Yeah.
My mail is from Argentina. And it's going to be in San Juan. Yeah. So we're going to split it up in a couple of other cities, but it's just going to be primarily just in San Juan.
Yeah, that's right. And so that's important. That's ladies, juniors, and seniors, right?
Yeah.
So, it's only 30 odd people that would actually compete, but it's a big competition for people to be really interested in competing in it, right?
Correct.
So that's what motivate and inspire to get people involved, which is good.
Yeah, a motivation to start doing something, start training, start doing something because, it's not like a backyard. It's not like a backyard competition.
Yeah. So who we got on the chat?
I'm not sure. Let me tell you.
Lynette. Hey, Lynette.
James Murray, man. James Murray's like one of our biggest fans.
James Murray? Is he on, is he?
Yeah, he's always on.
Hey,
good on you, Rabbit.
Good on you. Carl from Germany. I mean, geez.
Yeah, that's another one. I mean, between James and Carl, they're going to be holding that number one ticket.
We haven't heard from Kelly yet.
Yeah, Gazza's on. Gary Campbell.
Big
Yeah.
Gaz.
Yeah. The
Really
guy that I
big.
carried through all his junior. Lynette, Jess, Lockie, yeah, Billy Begg, Jamie Reid. Jamie Reid's watching. Oh, he's on the green room.
Yeah, he's not in the green room. Jamie, click on it. Jamie, come on. I know we're going to get on the jet and go get him, but we need him to be at home to go get him. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, I'm not too sure what he's saying there. He's going out to get a kebab, is he?
Is he?
No, he's just talking. So, how long is it going to take us to go to Western Australia in the jet, man?
Hours. About 3 hours, but I put a bit of extra high octane fuel in there. So I reckon we'll get there in about 10 to 12 seconds.
Nah, let's make it 10 seconds.
Come on and get me. Yeah. So, Jamie, check your inbox. Check your inbox. Yeah.
It's all fun and games, Jamie, until we go and get you. You're not home.
Yeah, we're waiting.
We're knocking at your front door, and you're not home.
Yeah. So it should be there. It should be there. Yeah, we're like knocking. But anyway, we'll hear. The good thing we're hear about Jamie, right, is what's happening in Western Australia, right?
Yeah.
He's been around for a very long time, doing a lot of great stuff, and we'll touch on that. But there's not too many people that have spent that many hours, that many days, that many months and years dedicated to roller hockey, right? It's a bloody hard slog, and there's not a lot of thanks that goes his way, right, over those years. So good on him for persevering through all these other years. But he's also been instrumental in so many of the generation after us. And we'll talk about that, but he toured the world with a bunch of, like the Cameron Bones and the Mikeys and all these other guys, right? That he took them around the world, did a heap of stuff, right? So that's something that he dedicated quite a number of years to, right? So it'd be good to hear about those things. Refereeing.
I know. What I said, we should be talking to Jamie about this sort of stuff. Where are you, Jamie? Are you home yet or what?
I'm gonna call him. Just hang on a second, mate.
See, this is the unknown. This is the beautiful thing about live television. Everything is just unpredictable. Just pluck a duck. It's like pluck a duck, man. I wake up with roller hockey.
Yeah. Is it $10,000?
Is that cash cows?
Oh, it's got a voicemail.
But if you leave a message and number, I'll give you a call back as soon as I can. Thanks.
We're coming to get you, buddy. We are coming to get you. All right, hang on. Wait. Get the jet.
Are we ready? Get the jet out. Get the jet. Get the jet. Get the jet. Get the jet. Get the jet quick.
Really quick. Turbocharged. Elon Musk.
I know.
Good to you.
Eat your heart out, Captain Kirk. Well, no, it wasn't. Which captain just went up to space? Star Trek, I know. We got to get the real Star Trek. I think we're there. There we are.
They are.
Hey, kids.
Hey.
How you doing?
Mate? We found you.
I was looking in the wrong inbox.
Now, Jamie.
Over there. Sorry, buddy.
Jamie, you're going to have to turn the volume down. If you're watching live, you got to turn the volume down. On the
phone.
You're watching us.
Okay. I got an echo, have we?
I know. I've got Manuel, the audio guy, telling me that you got to turn the volume down.
All right.
Are you watching us live?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manuel keeps telling me.
I mean, you're a high profile media person, Jamie. This wouldn't be your first rodeo.
And actually, Manuel is telling me that they're 3 hours behind, so to be easy. Take it easy. There we go.
Yeah, JR's not in the beer o'clock yet. He's still in the coffee o'clock, you know. What are we, 4 o'clock?
Am I
over
okay
there?
now?
Yeah, good.
Yes, you're beautiful.
How you been, mate?
Pretty well.
Never too
kinda like-
early.
It's not beer o'clock. It's
It's
Scotch
5 o'clock
o'clock.
somewhere.
It is somewhere.
Well, that's where we are. Yeah. Oh, it's good, mate. Mate, thanks for making the time, buddy. I know you're in this situation where you're flying in and out for work, and we've spoken for the last month or so about catching up, and it's like, Steve, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I've just left wherever, Perth, or Steve, it's midnight over here. I was like, right, okay, we finally got you, which is good.
Yeah,
Which is good.
that's good, man. That's good.
Can you hear us, right?
I could still hear something at the background.
Hang on. I'm going to get some headphones. I don't have headphones on,
So you can't
so I
hear
can't
us?
hear you.
Can you hear us?
Hang on.
Here we go.
Right. There we go. He'll be back. He'll be back in a minute.
He'll be back, everyone.
Good to be prepared.
I know. he was ready. It's not as if we haven't given him enough time to for a heads
I'm not
up.
one to comment on people's looks, but does JR look like he's got a few extra grey hairs? Should we touch on that or not?
It's very sunny over there. Maybe it's just a reflection
maybe
of
that's
the back
what it is.
of the back window or something.
Well, I think it's very sunny in here then.
I was just going to say, yeah, I know. Look at this! Look at this shine.
Oh God! All right.
Yeah, but no, yeah. So that's good. The show's going great.
I know. You got any jokes?
Going great. Yeah. What's blue and looks like a bucket?
What's that?
A blue bucket.
How many elephants can you fit in a mini minor?
Oh, I don't know. I know.
4, 2 in the front, 2 in the back.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Yeah.
All right. JR's back. Plug him in, big fella. Look at us with all our glasses on. Jesus.
Speak for yourself.
Claudio from Renee Munoz family. That's right, Bill.
That's
Claudio
correct.
is from the Renee Munoz family. His son. He is Renee's son.
I'm the better looking brother.
The better looking brother. I'm not sure about that, mate. Actually, speaking about Renee,
We're gonna try to get him on.
when are you catching up with him next?
Oh, mate, we're in lockdown.
Since
Probably
when is
Christmas.
that? Yeah, Christmas. There you go.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right,
if
we
the
got
show
JR.
mate.
JR, give us a thumbs up. Can you hear us? No. So, all right. So thanks for your time. Thanks for your time, Jamie. It's been great catching up with you. We'll see you next time.
There we go, guys.
It's doing great.
17 minutes and we're done.
Yeah, it's going off, man. It's going off. Jamie, no, seriously, thanks for your time. But hey, when he comes back, let's just like
I
when he goes.
Does anyone else want to come on? Is anyone else available?
Is
Cookie,
anybody?
you there?
Is anybody's initials JR? Anywhere else?
James
No.
Rory? What about James Rory?
Yes, Rory.
Robert. James Robert
But-
Murray.
There you go. Hey, when he comes on, we'll go. All right, cool. That's the time we've
Can you
got.
just calm it down a little bit? Just to, that's right.
We're on.
Right. Ooh,
Wait a
that
second.
looks-
Hello again.
You got us?
Jamie, can you hear us? Jamie, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. Jamie, give us your thumbs up. Thumbs up if you can hear us.
Gotcha.
Yay!
Yeah. All right, Jamie, thanks for the time, mate.
Right,
That's all the
see you
time we got
later,
for you
mate.
today. We'll see you in another few months. All right, so you can hear us. We're all good. Beautiful. By the way, Steve was making fun. He reckons you might have a few extra grey hairs there. Yeah? No, he still can't hear us. You can't hear
Yeah,
us.
I
Yeah. So,
How you been,
Mo,
mate?
I can hear you.
beautiful. All
How
right.
are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Where are you? What part of the world are you in right now?
Home.
I'm being Perth, right?
Yeah. Sunny Perth.
Oh, great.
Beautiful.
Ooh, nice. That's a nice view.
Beautiful.
Well, that's great. Was that a park over there, or a golf course or something?
I've still got a time delay.
Oh, have you? Bit of lag?
Yeah.
Lag.
Yeah,
Are you,
okay.
are you are you on a broadband over there, or you got dial up?
Fiber to the node.
Fiber to the node. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Well, let's get cracking, Jamie.
Yeah, let's get
Obviously,
cracking.
we got you on. Just tell us a little bit about the history of the club. What club are you?
I remember that little bugger. I remember him all around the world.
Tell us a little bit about the club, Jamie. What's been happening?
We've organised an internal league.
Yeah.
Sorry, time delay. We've split everyone up into different divisions.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just almost choking.
It's like a Bruce Lee movie.
Oh, it's probably hard, but show Jamie some pictures, Steve.
We will in a second. I just want to hear about the club. I want to hear about how things are going. Just keep going, Jamie. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay. Well, we're going okay. We haven't had as many issues as you poor buggers have with lockdown.
Yeah.
So we've managed to keep training.
Good.
We've now set up an internal league.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to hear my own voice. We split everyone up just to mix the teams up. So we've got a first division, which primarily is all the senior players. So we split them into two teams. The second division is, say, two senior players on each team, plus the some of the older junior players.
Yeah.
So the idea is the senior players will be able to work with and develop the junior players during the competition.
Yeah. How many players do you have approximately all up?
All up, we've got about 25 to 30 players.
Oh, wow.
Very good.
Great. That's great. That's great.
So with the third division would be the junior players that were coached in the second division would then be in a team with, say, the under 12 players.
Yeah. Right.
So their job is then to develop the players in their team. And then finally, we've got the fifth division.
So I can't stop laughing.
It must be the echo coming back in, Jamie.
I know.
You hear your own voice too, Jamie, and it comes back in, does it?
Yeah.
Listen, Jamie. I apologise, but we're gonna bloody fire Manuel, man. Our audio guy, Manuel.
Is it worth just clicking on the link again and coming back in, having a crack at that? All right, you do that. You do that.
Let's do it. Just
All right, we'll give it.
You disconnect.
We'll give it another go. All right.
Yeah. Do it. All right, there we go. Technology at its finest.
I know. I'm telling you, we've got to get rid of Manuel. Manuel goes to me, audios. He goes, audios. I thought he was all over audio. Yeah.
Bing bong. Now,
Intermission.
intermission.
James Murray. Intermission. We will be back straight after this break.
Jamie Reid will be joining us live. Late telecast. Right. Okay.
All right.
Just
That did,
had that on file.
yeah, that didn't help.
Yeah.
Evelyn Fletcher, yes, Manuel from Faulty Towers is been doing our audio.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, yeah, okay, right. So what else?
Is Jamie waiting for a new link, or is Jamie?
No, you just got to re-click on the other one to bring him back in. He'll come back in.
Cool.
Back in. All right.
Cool.
All right.
So like Jamie sort of saying, like, you know, he's mixing up the senior players, putting some junior players, getting them all involved. Approximately all up, he's got about 25 to 30, you know.
Yeah,
I was going to say kids, but it's got a lot of which is good. I mean, obviously, that's working. That's getting them on board. That's getting a bit of experience to the unexperienced players, and getting everybody more on getting some of those teams on a level, on a better level.
Yeah, and we got him back. Hopefully, that's better.
And he's back.
Hello.
We can hear you, mate.
No echo.
No echo.
You good?
Oh,
You good?
Awesome.
You can hear us?
Dab.
I can.
Yes.
So I want to say again, I want to know whether there's a delay. What is your name?
Claudio.
Beautiful. We're on, everyone.
We're on like Donkey Kong.
Much better.
All right,
Beautiful.
now we're talking about a bunch of stuff in the club, Jamie, but I'm just going to put you on pause for a second, right? Pause for a second, because I want to just do a little bit of an intro, right? Now, I may not have this exactly right, and I'm probably missing a bunch of stuff, but Claude and I were chatting about you, the last couple of weeks, and we're going, okay. And we just started to list and started to talk about your contribution to the sport, right? In the different roles that you've played. You've had many hats on. You've done many activities for, and I've estimated 35 plus years, right? It might be, a little bit more, a little bit less, whatever it is, right? But it's a long time, mate. And, club coach and president for Scorpions Western Australia, state representative and coach for Western Australia, Australian senior and junior coach, Australian team manager, Australian accredited referee and coach, and chairman of the Australian Roller Hockey Committee, and there's probably other things in there as well. But when you look at that, mate, hats off to you. Well done. That's a very, very long time of contribution, and I think it's, I just want to say I wouldn't be the only one by saying good on you, buddy.
Thank you.
Did I miss anything in particular? Is there like you going, what you did miss was,
No, I'm a humble person, mate. That's more than I need.
I know, mate, but I think there's a lot of people when we said you were coming on, from what I can see from the news feeds and this and that, everyone's like, Jamie, great. So, mate, so good on you, buddy.
I did wear this jacket intentionally to show the difference in what those years have done to my hair compared with the photo that you put on the website advertising the fact that I was going to join you for a chat. But
I know. We'll get to the jacket. I want to talk about the jacket.
We want to talk about that jacket.
Let's get back to what's happening in WA. You said about the club and stuff like that. What about?
Yeah, and we've we've got the 5th division, which is a fun one. In that, in one team, we've got a couple of really young kids that play, and obviously when they play with the older kids, they don't get a lot of the ball. So that includes my daughter Sabrina and my son Alexander. Alexander's just turned 5. Sabrina's about to turn 7.
Yep.
Soon. So what we've done to give them some floor time is made a 5th division. So we put Alexander and Sabrina are on the same team, which means less fighting.
Yeah.
And I've got Luciana is their support, their bigger sister that you've met at the Australia Cup a few years ago. So Luciana's 9.
9, wow.
9. So she plays in the penalty area almost as the goalie. So when she gets the ball, she just passes it out to let them chase the ball. And in the other team, we've got another big sister the same age, or I think a year older than Luciana, that's doing the same job for that team, and two other young girls that are new to the sport and very young. And so the intent is over time, those numbers will encourage more people to play in that division from the ones that turn up at training. Because without the kids coming through, and they got to enjoy it. So that's part of it. They need to have fun playing the sport.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's a case of building from the bottom, and that they maintain that fun as they grow older, as we obviously did, didn't we? Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
Older, would you speak for yourself, please?
Nice. Well, that's great, mate. That's great.
We've had fun.
Please send some photos through. We want to see some of the photos of that stuff. That's really, really, that would be great.
I'm getting the hard drive this weekend, and I'll post some up on the site and send them through to you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that'd be great. We'll just share them out and stuff like that. It's sort of, ultimately, what we're trying to do is, connect with people like yourself and Glenn and, and other people around the country, right? By going, what's happening now? We know we've got COVID. We know we've got a lot of crap happening. We know we got some roles we've got to fill, and we know but the reality is, they're still very passionate people, and we want to spread the word that our sport still exists. Our sport is still alive, and in 2022, we have something to work towards. So, we hope and we aspire that we're starting to get that message out, and your contribution and your message is really, really important to that. So, mate, good on you.
I think the big thing, Steve, is have fun and play the game, and it's as easy as that.
Where are they?
Anyway, so we want to know a little bit about. We need a bit of history about the club, Scorpions. When was it founded? Talk to us a little bit about. Everyone knows the long history of the club.
Club started up in 1980 at the Kunal Astro Skate, the skating rink there.
41 years ago.
Basically, yeah.
That's
it
older
was
than
myself
me.
and a few mates got together. I became the coach because I was the only one that knew how to skate, and I'd also played field hockey.
All right.
So pretty much been doing that ever since. And yeah, we've turned over quite a few people over the years, and it's been a really fun ride. Sorry about the noise, Claude.
No, you're good. You're good.
I know. It's fine, mate. It's fine. Keep going. It's good. Claude's easily entertained.
It's been interesting. I mean, for what seems like 100 years, I've been coaching other people's children, and now to the point where my own are actually starting to play. So I really want to pull out of it now.
I know. Well, you wait till they get a bit older, give you the bloody back chat. Oh God. Anyway,
well, aren't you allowed to slap them anymore?
No, apparently not.
No.
No, apparently
Oh,
not.
okay.
No, can't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore.
Yeah, so we've been going a long time. When we first started, there was a lot of great people involved in the sport. Over in WA, we were really fortunate. We had some great support from the owners of the Morley rink, for example, which would be Eric Millett and his wife Alma. So they provided some good support. They got Stuart Mellon over from Stafford, and Stuart spent quite a few years in WA, coaching the Morley club. So when I first started playing, we had some really talented players, some players from interstate, a couple of guys from South Australia, Kenny Wilson, Ruth Schiller, all great players. And it was been a long journey from the days when we first started. We'd drive an hour and a half from Kwinana up to Wanneroo. Most of the freeway didn't exist back then.
All right, really?
Where were you going?
Wanneroo.
What? I want a what?
Yeah.
There's no T on the end of that, mate.
No T. The
Sorry.
T is silent.
It must have been the birds.
I could have played with that little line, Claudio, but I'll leave that.
Yeah, exactly right.
Hey, you're mentioning some of the people that sort of helped out in the past. What about now? Who's helping you right now?
Give them a shout out.
Now we're now down to being the only club left in WA, which is why we've had to do a lot of stuff by ourselves. We've got a big family involvement in our club. We've got the Parnells, we've got the Nickel family. We've got quite a few families that are really helping out in different ways. I've mentioned during our talks, one of the key things that I want to do is get some of our younger players involved more as much in the administration side and the coaching side and all of those sort of things. So Lockie and Curtis that you've met previously are heavily involved in helping with that. Curtis is looking after all the officials. So he's essentially our chairman of officials for WA. So he's organising the referees roster.
Great work.
The club's buying referee shirts. These little
scorpion
logo on them for some reason, but just for the people that are helping us out with the refereeing. There's been many families over the years that have been awesome in keeping the club going. And I would hate to start naming the amount of people that have assisted over the years, because they've been fantastic. I don't know if you're old enough to remember the last time we had a championships over in WA, and I'd had a bit of an accident at the time, so the club families were able to step up and get really involved in getting that championship 2005 to be a really successful event. And they did an absolutely fantastic job on running that while I was asleep.
I know, mate. You put so much effort into that, and like you said, you slept through it. I remember for two things for that, and I was falsely given a red card during that competition as well. So
falsely.
It was totally unfounded. Actually, it might have been Renee. Is it? Not sure. I think it was someone else. But anyway,
was she there?
Was she there?
Renee was there.
But Jamie, there's a photo here, mate. We talk about Western Australia back in the old days, right?
Who's who? Who's who in the zoo?
Who in the zoo here? Number 7.
Up in the top.
Who's that? That looks a little.
Yeah, that's Skinny. Yeah. That's myself. I got David Potter as number 5.
Yep.
Who we got? We got Paul Atwood is number 4. Chris Oostum was the goalie in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Stevie Blunt, I think, was the goalie in the green shirt.
Yep.
Chris Gray, number 2. Brad Stevenson was number 8.
Yeah.
and Brett, I think, was number 3. And the other guy with the WA tracksuit on the right-hand side was Steve. And our coach that year was Kenny Wilson. That was at the Australian Championships in Melbourne in 1983.
Ooh. All right, now we're gonna phone a friend. Not gonna phone a friend, but if Kelly Belch is watching, we're just gonna validate if that is actually the right year and right location. But Kel, if you're online,
1983.
Kelly's online.
It was at the tennis courts in Melbourne, above. I think it used to be a swimming pool, and they built a floor above the what used to be the Olympic swimming pool from way back when.
Really? Wow. There you go. Back in old.
We'll just wait for Kelly Belch's confirmation whether that was 1983 was in Melbourne.
But how many do you recall?
While you're waiting for the confirmation, I just sort of a lot of the things a lot of our players don't appreciate, I get, or don't understand. Back in the 80s, there was a roller skating rink just about on every street corner. And when I first started playing, the amount of teams, we had 10 clubs in Western Australia. We met every Sunday for a league that started at 10 o'clock in the morning, an hour and a half that way from where I live, at Wanneroo. Wanneroo. And by the time we finished all the games, it was probably 11 o'clock at night that we left to go back home to Kwinana. So the games went all day on a Sunday, and no team played twice.
Yeah, really.
Wow. Hey,
it's just amazing,
Jamie,
to see the changes.
Where did you say it was? 1983?
Melbourne.
Yeah, but whereabouts? What'd you say?
I think it was the tennis courts, but I know it was above the swimming pool.
Nanawading.
Nah.
Hey, Kelly Belcher just said Nanawading 83.
And I'm older than him, and he's wrong.
Yeah, exactly right. Jamie's telling the story, so he can be whatever it likes.
Nanawading's
in Melbourne.
Just to help Kelly understand, Nanawading was the club championships that year. And I remember it because the first thing we saw was this pub called the White Horse Tavern, which is next door to where the Nanawading rink was. But that was actually the club championships.
And you're talking about the Nationals. You're talking about the National Kelly Belcher, was he there? Kelly, was he there?
Must have been the Orange Boy back in those days, Kel. So let's talk about 2022, right? Christmas is in 2 months. 2022. Hopefully, Western Australia realises it's part of Australia, and and decides that we'll let our people out and we'll let some people in. But let's assume the politics sorts itself out. What are you guys looking forward to? What's your message? What's your message?
Sorry, I'm just following the shade.
It's all right, mate. You just rearrange your backyard, mate.
You guys have already had sunset, haven't you?
Yeah.
We've probably got another 2 hours.
What's 22 looking like for you and the club? Yeah.
2022, I mean, just some of the stuff that we've been talking about recently now, we spoke about, and this may or may not happen, but we're really hopeful, depending on how the situation progresses over the next couple of months, that we'll be able to host Stafford here in December this year. Right. And I think where I would like to see things coming up after that is to be in a position where once or twice a year we can head east and play in a competition with the majority of our players, because that's what our club's set up to do. In terms of, we run the skating rink in our town, which enables any profit that we make to be put back into the club. So a great example would have been if we had attended the projected club championships in Gympie this year. The players that were attending were going to get $1,000 each from what the club had raised over the year towards their airfares, accommodation. Depending on how many people go, that if 20 people were going, it would have been less. But that's the purpose. That's why we do those sort of things.
Yeah.
So the club raises money to support the players. But the other thing I am hopeful of come 2022, when the political situation is such that the borders are a little bit more free to cross, is that we'll be able to host clubs over here and even to some extent support them to be here, be it by either billeting or providing transport or whatever we need to do to give people the opportunity to come west and play hockey.
Right.
And that concept that we spoke about recently around come over for a weekend. It's up to you how long you stay, but we can play games over the course of a weekend, and the people that need to come over and go home straight away can do that. People want to stay for a week, be it school holidays or whatever, they can do that. So that's a concept I think has an appeal to people. They're not going to be tied up for too long. And if we can support that sort of process on weekends, where we have the availability to book out the venue without people either locally or interstate having to take too much time off work or school, then I think we've got an opportunity there to really start making it more of a national game than meeting each other once a year. And other opportunities can be there with the national coaches being able to be involved in some of that.
Absolutely.
With the different teams that can play.
No, that's good, mate. When
so that's something I think would be great.
Yeah, no, we're with you. We did a little bit of one night, one flight type of
scenarios.
Scenarios where we flew up to Queensland, and it's it's really it works. If it's one flight, 2 nights in Western Australia, whatever, right? But that stuff can work, right? And I think that we've got to be open to that and make that sort of happen. And it excites the kids and the seniors and the players to go, well, I'm actually going away for a weekend and having a great weekend, catching up with a bunch of mates. But what's really good I found is that the 6 to 8 to 12 weeks before that, everyone's at training, everyone's playing, everyone's contributing, everyone's in the game. I want a referee, I want a coach. How can I? Blah 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 blah. So the contribution at the club level increases dramatically, knowing you have something to go for. So
I mean, even locally, the competition that we're hosting every 3 or 4 weeks on a Sunday at Kwinana with our own internal teams, we've got the barbecue set up. We're selling sausage sizzle. We're doing the Bunnings things for $2. We got Curtis's dad was the full-time barbecue technician last Sunday, but the kids were wrapped. They had a feed. They played hockey. They watched hockey. Some of the kids had never seen the seniors play because they train on different nights. So the opportunity was there, and they go, wow, we've got these young fellas like, what's his name? Jordan something, French guy. Jordan Leddy, awesome player. Thank you, Stafford, for letting him come over here. He's
is he going to finally play for your club, though? Is that? Well, I don't want to get political.
Well, I guess so. As long as we send a team. He was due to play back in July, but we never ended up being able to go. So, Jordan was involved in that trip. But
I heard he's Australian too now these days, Jordan.
He's been cauterized or circumcised, naturalized. That's the word.
Anyway, Jamie, we've got so much to talk about. So I want to jump
above.
I want to jump into something. Now, I want to go back a little bit into the time where you were spending quite a lot of your own time, money, investing in the youth of Australia, right? You really were, right? And I think that here's a photo, right,
wow.
of a lot of familiar faces to me. Maybe not to everyone, but now they're all seniors, and maybe some of them are not playing, etc. But
that photo almost brings tears to my eyes, Steve. That was an awesome time.
Where was this
squad? What is this squad, and where was it?
I'd like to highlight over on the end there, the man in the jumper with the white T-shirt was one of our hosts in Portugal, Stefans, who is an awesome guy. and they bent over backwards to look after us. That year, we took the under-17s and the under-20s team to Portugal for 2 weeks of training. And the way we'd scheduled it, my good friend next to me in the photo there is George Lopsch,
George,
who is a magnificent coach and a mentor for me at that time. And basically, the way we organised it was each team, the under-17s and the under-20s, they would have 2 hours coaching with George and myself in the morning. So that was basically 8 till 10 and 10 till 12. Then we go back to our hotel and have a feast. The afternoon would be getting ready. We did a lot of things, but the main thing was getting prepared because every night we played a different game against a different club.
Yeah.
Steve, this is in Portugal, but not Spain. So it wasn't Butifarras, it was Moelas. And Bacalhaos. Moelas and Bacalhau.
Bacalhau. It was a magnificent trip. And we were just looked after so well. And a lot of those guys, and I know some of them are probably on the site tonight because I've seen their names there. Not all of them still play hockey, but they all have had contributions to hockey over the years. We got Albert there on the other end. He was one of the team managers. We got Rob Howe from Cronulla, who's standing next to George Lopps.
Oh, okay.
There's some people that really put a lot of effort into making that a success. One of the fun parts, I think, with that trip was when we arrived in Portugal, we were informed that George couldn't be with us that night because he was going to watch a game for selecting the ladies at a club called I don't want to say it because my Portuguese is not as good as it was when I was regularly there, but Lubinch. But anyway, he had to go and see a girl that he wanted to watch for selection, and they were playing a club called Sintra. And I realized that was the club that Hannah was playing for, because Hannah Lincoln from Stafford had gone to Portugal at that time to spend a season in Portugal. So I asked George if it was possible for us all to come. So they took the coach bus that basically was taking us everywhere, and they took us to that venue. So when we arrived there, the Sintra girls were doing all their warm-ups, and we all walked in with the Australian tracksuits on. And my friend that played for Sintra, Sandra, has said to Hannah, I think they're here for you. And Hannah's just lost it. She's like,
oh, really?
and there was 22 people there, all with the Australian tracksuits, all cheering for her. It was a awesome time to bring some spirit to someone that was probably still feeling a little bit out of their normal world, and suddenly 20 odd Australians walked in to cheer for her.
Fantastic.
Right. I still stir Hannah up that she spent a lot more time on the floor and then on her skates that game, and we nicknamed her the Mop after that, but that's another story.
We're going to get Hannah on. I want to hear about this story. So I'll write that.
We're gonna get the Mop on, not Hannah. We're gonna get the Mop.
I'm not saying that.
Hey, I'm just repeating what Jamie said.
Now, Jamie,
Hannah calls me Helmet Head now after my little operation, and in response, I call her Sugar and Spite.
Yeah, okay. All right. Again, I'm not going there. Now, Jamie, we talked about the jacket. Now, I don't have a great photo here, but Can you see this photo? Can you see it good enough?
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
This is the beginning. I was like, oh, this is like finding. You find a treasure, and it's the box, and then and everything's inside it, right? Like this is the beginning. And what I mean by that is this is the first time this jacket only had one embroidery on it, one tour. Jamie's been on many tours, right? But this was the first one.
Vietnam
had one, right?
Yeah,
we know that, right? So there's Jamie, you've been around I mean, how many tours would you say that you've been on?
Well, this jacket was only for World Championships. Hang on, let me count them.
That's okay, mate. So
yeah, there's quite a few, but I think for World Championships, I think it was about 9 or 10.
Well, look at this photo, right? You ran out of jacket, mate. It was going down into your sneakers. Right?
It was going down to your pants.
Right? Like, you got a lot, man. You must have kept
a very well-made jacket.
Hey?
It was a very well-made jacket.
It was.
I think, and made by Alma Millet from Morley.
You must have paid excess luggage, man, on all those tours. That's quite heavy. That embroidery on that one side.
No, that's me, mate. All that weight's mine.
But what tour is this? This is the Ladies World Championship. Obviously going
that's
somewhere.
in Alcobendas in Spain.
Madrid.
Madrid, yeah.
Our friend Jordi Gabarra is playing right now. We actually got a red card the other day. Yeah.
Got a really good goal too.
False.
Who's in this team?
Standing next to me, we've got the marvellous Paola Sakuma. We've got Hannah. We've got Jess. We've got Denise, obviously, underneath. We've got Michelle. We've got Renee, obviously, as the coach, and Laura Munoz. We got our Nicole up the top.
That's
and
right.
Did I get them all? Did I miss any?
You're missing that one keeper.
My keeper.
The goalkeeper.
Oh, from Glen Innes. That's Noreen, the wonderful lady called Marine. Love them all to bits. That was an awesome trip.
Yeah. That's mate, you spent quite a bit of time obviously in the junior camp, the senior camp with the ladies. So you've really, like, going back to our early conversation, mate, you've done what it takes just to be involved and to help, right? Fill a gap in many different ways. So you must be broke. So
yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like us all. That's why we're working in the garage. I'm living in the garage.
I think though, Steve, there's a financial cost, but there's also a great deal of wealth you get out of those experiences. And well, you end up with a huge family. You've got people all over the world that you form friendships and relationships with. And that's probably where Facebook, I found for myself, it just enables me to keep in touch with people on the other side of the planet that I haven't seen for years. My good friend Cefons from Portugal that I mentioned in that first picture that you showed, at the end of the tour, he gave us a plaque. And it was written in Portuguese, so I'm not going to give you the Portuguese version, but it sums it up. He said, the English version is, good friends are like the stars. You don't always see them, but they're always there. And that really strung a good chord for me. And it really comes back to a lot of the people that you've met over the years playing this sport. And it is a huge family, and you do learn to love most of them. Yeah, like I said, you might not be in touch with them all, but if you did catch up, geez, you'd have a great time and you'd explore some really awesome stories with them. So that's something that's invaluable, those sort of experiences, and being able to contribute to some of the life experiences of particularly those kids. Not everyone that we've met over the years is still with us, and there are a couple of people missing that meant a lot to us all. So we do have that part. Is the hard part if you lose someone in your family, but they're still there, and they're still.
No, well said, mate. Well said. Now, mate, we've consumed a bit of your time. We know you've got a Friday night to get to, but we just want to show you one last photo before we let you free. And you probably don't know this, but Claudio's always had a favourite player, right? From as long as I've known him, he's had this. I'm going to call it a crush.
Claudio.
Yeah, Claudio's had a crush. It's like a man crush, right?
No, I meant his favourite player. Was it Claudio?
No. It's this guy.
Didi.
So where was this photo taken? And Claudio, you might want to tell us a bit about his background if you can, gather some words.
Where was this photo taken?
That was at the World Championships, the A-Worlds, at Pontevedra and the two venues in Spain.
In Vigo?
Vigo and Pontevedra.
Yep.
Jordi Camps, who was the coach of Catalunya when we played in the World Championships in Macau.
That's right.
And he invited me to come to the championships with him in Spain, where he was coaching the Brazilian team, and asked me to come along and be part of that and assist, I guess. So I was one of his assistants at that tournament. And yeah, awesome experience. Learned a lot of things working with Jordi. The team that year, we won more than anyone expected. I say we because it was a great thing to be part of.
Yeah, for sure.
That year we played against Argentina in the semi-final to get into the final, which we lost against Argentina, and that was our first loss of that competition, which then put us into the final for the bronze medal, which was against Portugal. And we didn't lose by a lot. We had a very competitive game. We had Didi, Alan Caran, you may know as well from Brazil, is another awesome player. Jordi at the helm, coaching some really great tactics given the skill levels and experience of some of the other teams for that team to do so well. It was just an amazing experience, and I'll always be grateful to Jordi for allowing me to come along and be part of that trip. And Didi is another favourite player of mine over the years, Claudio. So I took the opportunity to get that photo with Didi at the end of the tour. Magnificent.
That's good. Actually, we when we played in Barcelona, the Australian team against Brazil, he still played like 2 years ago, right? In his early 50s.
I think
Claudio almost wet his pants again, So and Jordi Camps was still coaching Brazil, right? So he's
really good man.
He's a good man, and he threw all these strange tactics at us. And he goes, and I remember him saying to me, whilst I was coaching, he goes, "I'm going to make you think. I'm going to make you think." Because at the end he goes, "I made you think, didn't I?" I went, "Yeah, you did. You made me think." Different things. He had all sorts of strange concoctions and ways of playing. But anyway, mate, we want to say thanks for coming on. We know you're a busy man. You've got the family now. You've got you fly in, fly out for work. So every week or two, you're up in the bloody north and in and out. And now you've got the hockey club up and running, and as in the new league going. So that's going to take a lot of time as well, mate. So we do appreciate it, and we do thank you for coming on.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, Jamie, thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks for your time.
It's a pleasure, guys. And keep up the good work. It's good to see you keeping everyone together. And this is a great little chat line. And it's been good to watch. It's been good to stir up Cookie as well. And I'll continue to watch from the sides. Hello to everyone out there. Everyone I've had experiences with over the years in roller hockey, it's just been a magnificent journey. We've learned so much, and we want to keep it going. So play hockey. That's what it boils down to. get people to play hockey, and let's catch up more often.
Yeah, great. Good call out, mate. All right, mate. We'll let you go. We'll get you back on the jet because it's
On the
about
jet.
to take off. Get up the front of the bus. Give yourself a bit of what? Scotch and Coke. Is that what you like? What's your poison, buddy?
I'm just not looking forward to quarantining for 2 weeks before I'm allowed to get off
mate.
the jet.
All right.
Bad luck.
Don't worry. We won't tell the Premier, you know. All right, mate. See you, buddy.
All right, Jamie.
Take
Thanks,
care,
mate.
guys.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
Let's get him.
Jet.
We've got to get him.
The
we've got to
jet.
get him on the jet.
You lost
Jet.
him. Esse, I think you just dropped him out of the window, man, or the door or something. You just dropped him. He's just hanging off the wing.
Ah, there you go, JR.
Wow, JR. I know, man. You just like dumped him. You didn't even check his. You didn't even check his ticket.
SAS Australia, man. I'm in my zone.
Yeah.
SAS, just get out of there, you know, whatever. But finally, good to catch up with the man.
I know.
We've been tic-tacking back and forth for about 4 weeks now, trying to catch up, and he's a busy guy.
Hard.
So.
It was hard to line him up and line up all the wildlife as well.
Now, I think with the start of the show not going so well, with your lack of attention during the show, that maybe the meeting with the Roller Hockey Australia executives ain't going to go that well. I'm just saying, man, you better put some cologne on or something.
I know. But no, I mean, again, you know, thanks for Jamie joining us. So that's serious. I mean, in all seriousness, I know it's been hard. You've tried for a while to try to make contact with him, so it's good that he made himself available. Like you said, you know, he's always flying in and out. He's going to hockey training now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's got to go. I don't know if it's hockey or it's a rink session, and I have the Friday night session. So he's organising that. I'm not sure, but yeah. Okay, all right. So, mate, how do we go on the chat? Anything come back our way? Did Kelly end up confirming, acknowledging, agreeing with Jamie's comments?
No. There was somebody else. I think, who was it? Ben? Was it Ken? Ken Wilson said that the tennis center is what he also thinks. Right, obviously, that's where they're. So I don't know. I wasn't there. Was you there?
No, I wasn't there. Right.
I wasn't even here. 83.
But guys, whoever's on the chat, thanks for putting your comments in it. It's actually really good. We get to see a bit of stuff, and we're really happy to receive some questions as well. Right?
And a bit of feedback on the go as well. It's good. A bit of feedback on the go is good. Just keep it all positive. You know, we're trying our best. Russell Clark,
the big Russ.
The big Russ. No, it was good. I mean, obviously we had a couple of technical difficulties.
That happens.
But it happens.
Yeah.
It's all good fun.
So we've got to work out. We've got a few people we want to try to catch up with the next couple of weeks. But
next week.
Not sure yet. Not sure if we can make that announcement yet. I need to make a few more phone calls on that one. So don't say that because we're not there yet.
A teaser? No teaser. No.
Let's just
not even like a backhand. Not even. I can't even say the word. All I was going to say was just the word backhand.
I know.
Tree branch, wooden wheels.
I'm a little bit like if Jamie struggled with the technology, is Benny?
Nah, Benny. Well, I don't know.
He'll have like, I got a rock. He goes, man, it's rock.
I know. He'll be chiseling it to his iPad.
Exactly right. Yeah. So anyway, in Melbourne we're in lockdown until who knows what. But I tell you what, there's been a few guys contacting saying, when are we going to start training again? I just want to say a couple of little shout outs from a Victorian point of view is for those that are listening, the Vic committee's put together the draft Vic League for 2022, which is good. That's already been drafted up.
Which one?
2022.
22.
So that's all happening. So that's good. But
Yeah.
let's try to get a little bit of a November, December weekend of hockey together in any case. I'm estimating and I'm hoping, finger crossing, mid-November, early December, we'll at least be able to have some sort of indoor sports happening. So
Mid-November, like the 22, November 22.
No, 21.
No, but like November 22 to December 2.
So the Queensland guys, what I understand is that the Stafford guys and some of the other old Skateabout boys and stuff, they're getting together in Digi for a training on Sunday night still. That seems to be going all right, I heard that in the grapevine. Gimpy is training away. They do 1 or 2 nights a week. Steve Capewell is leading the charge there, which is fantastic.
And you spoke to Lyle?
Yeah, going to talk to Steve. Lyle's got some stuff happening. Want to hear from Lyle. And Ghetto's got Rage in the Cage. I don't know if they're my words or his words, or I've just seen them somewhere, but they've got the outdoor hockey that they're trying to get stuff going there whilst they sort of try to find a new location. So still stuff's happening. We've got to maintain the rage, so to speak. So that's good. Yeah. That's good. Righto, mate. Friday night, get back and say hi. say hi to your partner.
Say hi to the family, I suppose.
Hi to the family. We haven't really said hi to them. Been working all day. But thanks for joining, guys. Bill, let's see. Big, Cal,
wait a second. Sorry to cut you off there. He says Glenn Cook is watching. Thanks for joining, Cookie.
Oh, did he finally get on, did he?
Yeah.
All right. He's had his time to shine.
I know. So he doesn't want to know us anymore.
There we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, mate.
All right, mate. Take it easy, dude.
Seriously, yeah. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Hope they enjoyed the show. And next time we chat, actually, let's see if we can talk a little bit about Didi, man. Now Didi.
I told you. You're the funniest guy, right? You bring the photos then.
Hey, but seriously, it's like one of the best technical individual players I ever seen. And you can't, say, nah. We've watched him play.
I think I played against him once or twice, and I got through him only once, though. I can't remember.
Yeah, right. We've watched him play against, the Argentinas, the Portuguese, with every Portuguese player was just like a machine of a team. Remember?
I forgot. Hang on, let's change this up. I forgot to tell Jamie about this thing. The Scorpions stubby cooler. I found this the other day, and I've been wanting to present it back to him, so to speak. Anyway, thanks, Jamie.
Did you borrow it?
Yeah, probably. Probably got left over at the Australia Day Cup or something in the lost and found.
Oh yeah.
Got lost, never got found. Put it that way. Yeah, righto. All right, mate. Take it easy, dude.
All right, mate. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Same time. No, actually, next week, maybe not the same time. We're looking at doing maybe a Thursday night.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Or Friday.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Right.
Friday suits. All right.
See you all. Ciao.
See you, everyone.